It's the most powerful show on television. High drama, with intense energy. A show dedicated to a few brave souls who risk their lives for the sake of their craft. Its in-depth reporting goes to the core and unlocks the mysteries behind today's raciest sport. Motorsports. Catch it when you can.
Speed Station welcomes you to Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for the running of the Federated Auto Parts 400. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is returning to Cup Series competition this weekend at Nashville, running his first start since Homestead of November 2017, reuniting with longtime sponsor AC Delco in a ride prepared by JTG Doherty Racing. Matt DiBenedetto wins his first pole of the year, being the first pole sitter at Nashville since Ricky Rudd back in 1984. Kyle Busch qualifies second, William Byron in third, Denny Hamlin in fourth, Kevin Harvick in fifth. Ty Dillon surprisingly qualifies sixth, Truex seventh, Bubba Wallace in eighth, Ryan Blaney in ninth, and Kyle Larson round out the top 10. By the way, Dale Earnhardt Jr. in his returning race qualifies all the way out in 26th position. We have 35 cars here at Nashville for 160 laps. Stage 1 ends on lap 40, and Stage 2 ends on lap 80.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And we are green at Nashville for the first time since 1984. DiBenedetto leads the field off into turn 1. Kyle Busch gets single filed into second position. Off of turn number 4, Matt DiBenedetto will lead lap 1. Kyle Busch right on his back bumper, though, coming off of corner number 2. Busch making a move on the inside. And a great exit for the 18 car. Kyle Busch is now out front. Caution flag is out. On lap number 3, Kyle Busch the leader, Matt DiBenedetto in second, William Byron in third, Harvick in fourth, and Ryan Blaney edged Martin Truex Jr. for fifth at the line. Coming off of turn number 4, Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets involved with Ryan Sieg, turning the 39 into the 52, turning the 52 car around, and a little bit of contact for Christopher Bell as well. Not a very good way to restart Dale Jr.'s Cup Series career. William Byron, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. head down pit road, but leader Kyle Busch in second position, Matt DiBenedetto, lead the field still as they stayed out with Ryan Blaney, Denny Hamlin, and Drew Herring. The first car off pit road was William Byron above Harvick and Truex. Byron will restart in 14th position. And we are back under green on lap 9. Drew Herring already being passed and moved up the racetrack by Chase Elliott. This is the battle for 5th position. Entering turn number 3, it looks like Chase Elliott will take 5th spot off the 96. Denny Hamlin on the inside of the 12 car. Blaney moves up into 3rd position. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is right on the back bumper of Eric Jones on the exit of corner number 2. He just got around Ross Chastain for 11th position. Chris Buescher has just taken 5th spot off of Chase Elliott. Drew Herring following suit to take 6th position. This track has only one dominant groove, that being the inside line, quite reminiscent of Bristol Motor Speedway about 15 years ago. By just following the inside line, Dale Earnhardt Jr. has now made his way up into 8th position under Chase Elliott. And Kyle Busch has extended his lead above Matt DiBenedetto out to a little over 1 second. Your top 5 at the moment is Kyle Busch above Matt DiBenedetto, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, and Chris Buescher running in 5th. Earnhardt Jr. on the inside of the 99 of Briscoe. That moves Earnhardt up into 7th position. And the 83 and 96 cars battle side by side. It looks like Drew Herring will lose the 6th spot to Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the 83 car. Jimmy Johnson is way off the pace, currently runs all the way out in 34th position. Then again, Joey Logano runs in 33rd. Not a very good run for these past champions. Brandon Jones has just gotten around a somewhat slowing Alex Bowman to crack the top 15. And we are now halfway through stage 1, 20 laps to go. As the run goes on, Brandon Jones' car is starting to get better and better. He just got around Drew Herring to move up into 11th position. William Byron, who started in the top 5, currently runs all the way out in 21st position, battling with Ryan Preece for the 20th spot. Kyle Busch has now extended his lead to a little over 3 seconds above Matt DiBenedetto in the 21 car. We should also mention that a driver locked into the playoffs, Daniel Suarez, actually failed to qualify for today's race at Nashville. He will likely take a pretty severe hit in points as he was currently running 3rd in the standings. Defending champion Clint Boyer is also not having a very good run at the moment. He currently runs all the way out in 23rd position. We now have less than 10 laps to go in stage 1. Brandon Jones on the inside of the 20 car of Eric Jones just moved up into 10th position. Kevin Harvick just got around Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the exit of turn 4. That moves Harvick up into 6th and Jr. down to 7th. Kyle Busch has just now gotten into some lap traffic. Tyler Reddick currently runs in 35th position, that being dead last in today's race. Might fall 1 lap down before the end of stage 1. Tyler Reddick right now just tried to fight off Kyle Busch to remain on the lead lap, but Busch will clear him on the apex of 1 and 2. Got a 4-car battle for 4th position. Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. all fighting for the spot right now. Kyle Busch has just put J.J. Yaley 1 lap down, and it looks like he's about to put Michael McDowell down a lap as well. Kevin Harvick slipped up on his entry to turn number 3, and he let Dale Earnhardt Jr. on his inside. And Earnhardt will retake 6th position on the exit of turn number 2. Kyle Busch will take the white flag in stage 1 with a almost 4-second lead above Matt DiBenedetto. Jimmy Johnson blocking to remain on the lead lap, and he will do so as Kyle Busch will win stage 1. Matt DiBenedetto in 2nd, Denny Hamlin finishes 3rd, Ryan Blaney in 4th, and Chris Buescher round out the top 5. NASCAR on Speed Station is being brought to you by Built by Me Chassis and Engine Parts, by Smeat Heat, the real canned meat paste, and by Start and Park, the official motel brand of NASCAR. First car off pit road was Kyle Busch getting off in front of Matt DiBenedetto. Ryan Blaney, and it looks like Dale Earnhardt Jr. might have moved up into 4th. Chase Elliott had a bit of an accident getting out of his stall, hits the 14 and then gets T-boned by the 20. So quite a bit of damage on the 9 and also a little bit of cosmetic damage on the 14. And we are green for stage 2. Matt DiBenedetto got a very good restart on Busch and already jumps to the inside, as well as Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the inside of the 12 car on the exit of turn number 2. Matt DiBenedetto will take the lead back off Kyle Busch. Dale Earnhardt Jr. moves up into 3rd position, Denny Hamlin into 4th. Earnhardt already on the inside of Kyle Busch on the entry to turn 1. The 83 car will take 2nd position. Denny Hamlin runs side by side with his teammate and will move up into 3rd. Kevin Harvick, the 2-time race winner this season, has just moved his way up into 4th position. And the Busch brothers run side by side, both of them on almost year-long winless streaks. Actually, Kurt Busch's extends well beyond a year, and Kyle almost 1 full season. Kurt Busch has just taken 5th, and Chase Briscoe has taken 6th. Kyle Busch rapidly falling back positions, as well as Ryan Blaney, as they are hung up on the outside line. Earnhardt starting to close the gap on Matt DiBenedetto. The separation is a little bit under 2 car lengths. Chase Briscoe has just taken 5th spot off of Kurt Busch. Busch was able to fall back in line in 7th behind Brandon Jones. 2 of the sports fan favorites, DiBenedetto and Earnhardt, still battle for the top spot, as Denny Hamlin trying to figure out a way to take 2nd off of Earnhardt. I'm not sure what he got it from, but Kyle Busch must have been muscled out of the inside line, because look at the severe left side damage on the 18 car. Dale Earnhardt Jr. got a little bit loose on the exit of turn number 2. The separation between him and DiBenedetto is now a little bit over half a second. This is the battle for 5th right now. Chase Briscoe up on the high side with Larson on the bottom. Entering turn number 3, Kyle Larson will now take 5th position. And as we mentioned earlier, this 160-lap race will go very quickly. Well, we are now already halfway through stage 2. Kyle Larson on the inside of Harvick has just now taken 4th position. Chase Briscoe just moved the 4-car of Harvick up the hill on the exit of turn 2. And he will now take 5th position. Here comes Hamlin with a move under Earnhardt. Denny Hamlin has finally taken 2nd position off the 83. They battled for almost 20 laps for the spot. And now you can see Earnhardt's car starting to fade with Larson taking up 3rd off the 83. And would you believe Kyle Busch has fallen all the way to 24th position? Denny Hamlin has really reeled in Matt DiBenedetto. The separation is only about 2 car lengths at the moment. The top 3 cars once again run nose to tail with DiBenedetto, Hamlin, and Larson. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has started to fall off the pace. He's a little over 1.5 seconds back. And Denny Hamlin has a run coming on DiBenedetto. This is a pass for the lead with only 10 to go in stage 2. Hamlin will take the spot, entering 3. Kyle Larson trying to follow suit up into 2nd position on the inside DiBenedetto. And it looks like Larson will take the spot. There is a couple lap cars in front of the leaders, including Ryan Newman and Michael McDowell. And already Larson makes a move to the inside of Hamlin. Swapping the lead left and right. At the line, Hamlin's still the leader, but it looks like Larson will dive into 1. Kyle Larson has now taken the lead on the entry to turn number 3. The lap car of Newman is now in front of leader Larson. Newman's known for being difficult to pass. Let's see if he lets Larson by. Yes, he will. Less than 5 laps to go in stage 2 here at Nashville. Denny Hamlin starting to just barely fall back. And there is the white flag for Kyle Larson in stage 2. Down the back straight, Larson has the lead by a little over half a second. Above Denny Hamlin, he will now put Michael McDowell 1 lap down, and Kyle Larson will win stage 2. Hamlin in 2nd, Matt DiBenedetto finishes 3rd, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets 4th. NASCAR on Speed Station is being brought to you by Built by Me Chassis and Engine Parts, by Smeat Heat, the real canned meat paste, and by Start and Park, the official motel brand of NASCAR. Denny Hamlin will win the race off pit road, with Larson getting off 2nd, Dale Earnhardt Jr. getting off in 3rd, and Brandon Jones in 4th. Hamlin got just a little bit of right side damage getting out of his pit stall when he got collided into by William Byron. And we are green for the final stage. Dale Earnhardt Jr. already moved up off the inside line by Brandon Jones. Jones will take 3rd position. Looks like Earnhardt might fall down to around 6th. And Brandon Jones has now got up on the inside of Larson. For Extreme Concepts Incorporated will take 2nd position. Brandon Jones still searching for that career win number 1 in Cup. Denny Hamlin, the Daytona 500 winner, still the leader. There's a little bit of contact between the 2 and 42 on the exit of turn 4. Kurt Busch will now take 3rd position. Kyle Larson is rapidly falling positions He's stuck up on the outside line, now being hounded by Dale Earnhardt Jr. for 8th position. Your top 5 at the moment is Daytona 500 winner Denny Hamlin, the leader, above Brandon Jones, Kurt Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Chris Buescher in 5th position. Brandon Jones is right on the back bumper of Denny Hamlin. Could the rookie pull off the upset? Jones just moved the 11 car up the hill on the entry to 3. Hamlin the leader at the start-finish line, but it looks like Brandon Jones will take the lead on the entry to 1. And with Denny Hamlin falling back on the outside line, he now has 2004 champion Kurt Busch on his inside. But he cuts down in front of 3rd position Kurt Busch. But Busch moves him out of the inside line on the entry to 3, now back on his inside. The 1-11 cars battling side by side has let Chris Buescher get into this mix. Kurt Busch will take 2nd position. Looks like Chris Buescher will take 3rd into turn 3. Who would have expected the rookie Brandon Jones to take the lead, and not only do that, but he is now extending it out to almost 1 second above Cup champ Kurt Busch. Chris Buescher is now on the inside of Kurt Busch on the exit of 4. The 17 car will now take 2nd position. And since Chris Buescher has now taken 2nd position, he's been able to gain a lot of time on Brandon Jones. He cut his lead down to almost 0.4 of a second now after only about 2 laps. Joey Logano, who was having a bad race all day, is now on the inside of William Byron for 8th position, and the 2 teammates Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Ryan Preece run side by side, with Preece moving up into 9th spot. There's the lap car of Chase Elliott in front of leader Brandon Jones. Elliott will let the top 2 cars by easily. Chris Buescher is all over the back bumper of Brandon Jones on the exit of turn number 2. And Buescher just forced the 81 up the racetrack, tried to give him the bump and run, but Jones holds the lead. And the 17 car of Buescher has finally gotten the 81 car off the inside. At the start-finish line, Brandon Jones still led that lap, but Chris Buescher will take the lead. Brandon Jones pushed heavily on the exit of turn number 2. He's already fallen a few car lengths behind the 17. 3rd position is still held by Kurt Busch, 4th by Keselowski, and 5th by Denny Hamlin. And look at Logano, he's already up into 6th. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is still falling back positions. He's fallen to 14th right there. And now the battle for 15th, which it looks like Drew Herring will take the position. There is a large gaggle of lap cars in front of leader Chris Buescher. Those include Eric Almirola, Ryan Sieg, Alex Bowman, Stage 1 winner Kyle Busch, who still runs in 25th position after getting left side damage from contact. And look at this, Kyle Busch is now going to be put 1 lap down by leader Chris Buescher. Like most of the races for the last half a season for Kyle Busch, they start out great, but they end up with a poor finish. Chris Buescher has put a little over 1 second lead above him in 2nd position, Brandon Jones. Joey Logano took 3rd spot off of Kurt Busch, but they are over 2.5 seconds back. And look at Ryan Preece. He's running with Kevin Harvick. This is the battle for 6th position. A very good run for Preece in the 37, who has not been having very good races the last few weeks. Brandon Jones is still stuck behind the lap car of Kyle Busch. The separation between Jones and leader Chris Buescher is now almost 2.5 seconds because of these lap cars. A little bit of 3-wide action between lap traffic. Ryan Newman on the inside, J.J. Yaley in the middle. That just pushed the 9 car of Chase Elliott out of the way. These guys battling for position, as all 3 of those are 1 lap down except Jimmy Johnson. And Chase Elliott is now being hounded by leader Chris Buescher. Elliott will easily fall another lap down. Oh, and we have the 81-1 cars of Kurt Busch and Brandon Jones have gone around. The caution flag is out. In the race back to the flag, Chris Buescher is your leader, Joey Logano in second, teammate Brad Keselowski in third, Kevin Harvick runs in fourth, and Ryan Preece runs in fifth. Coming off turn 2, Kurt Busch gets into the back bumper of Brandon Jones, turns him into the inside wall, and ends up with both of them going around. The first cars off pit road were Joey Logano above Brad Keselowski, Matt DiBenedetto, Kevin Harvick, and Ryan Preece. Chris Buescher lost 5 positions on pit road, down into 6th position. Not only will Chris Buescher restart in 6th, but because of the lap cars in between the leaders, he will restart 5 seconds behind leader Joey Logano. Green flag. Joey Logano has 2 lap cars separating himself from 2nd position. Teammate Keselowski has just gotten under Kyle Busch. He has 1 lap car now with the separation, which is Alex Bowman. There are 3 Penske Fords in the top 3, those being Logano, Keselowski, and Matt DiBenedetto in the 21. And Logano has now gotten around all the lap cars that restarted in front of him, those being Bell, Magnussen, and Ryan Newman. Brad Keselowski still being hounded by Matt DiBenedetto for 2nd position. The separation between 1st and 2nd is 1.8 seconds. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has started to pick up some more spots. He currently runs in 11th position behind Chase Briscoe. Oh, and there was contact between Ryan Preece and Kevin Harvick on the entry to turn 1, but that will turn Harvick below the 21 car and move up into 3rd position. Brad Keselowski now runs a full 3 seconds behind his teammate Joey Logano, as Harvick still runs side by side for 3rd. It looks like he will take the position into turn 3. Harvick has just now gotten around Brad Keselowski. Keselowski stuck up on the high side. Looks like he might lose 3rd position to Ryan Preece, who is very well known as being a great short track driver, finally starting to show some speed early in the year. Chris Buescher will now take 4th spot off of the 2 and 21 cars. The separation between Logano and Harvick is now 4 seconds flat. Joey Logano hoping to finally find victory lane, as he has not won a Cup Series race since the Southern 500 last season. Matt DiBenedetto on the inside of Ryan Preece. DiBenedetto will move back up into 3rd position. And DiBenedetto making a move on Harvick. This is the battle for 2nd position, albeit 5 seconds behind the leader. The 21 car back into 2nd. Your top 5 is Logano, DiBenedetto, Harvick, Ryan Preece, and Chris Buescher. Joey Logano has caught the lap car of Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and at the line we have less than 15 laps to go. Logano somewhat stuck behind the lap car of Stenhouse. The 47 not making it easy on Logano. In fact, that last lap, DiBenedetto gained a whole second on Logano's lead. Now a big gaggle of lap cars in front of the leader. Eric Jones, Corey LaJoie, Ryan Sieg just got put 1 lap down. The separation is only 3.7 seconds between the leader and 2nd position. The 17 car of Chris Buescher is just taken 4th off of Ryan Preece. Preece fallen to 5th, with the 17 back up into 4th position. Ross Chastain still remains in 6th spot. We now have less than 10 laps to go here at Nashville. Just 2 seconds separate the first 2 positions of DiBenedetto and Logano. However, it is 5 lap cars that now separate the 2. And contact between the 34 and 21. They managed to save it on the exit of turn number 2, but Corey LaJoie slid dead sideways on the exit of the corner. We should mention that Drew Herring in the number 96 for Gaunt Brothers Racing has just moved his way up into the top 10. This could be a career best finish for both the team and driver. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is starting to lose a lot of positions. He just got passed by Ryan Blaney and currently runs in 15th spot. Just 5 laps to go here at Nashville. The separation between 1st and 2nd is almost 3.5 seconds. Ryan Preece just got up under Kevin Harvick. That moves the 37 up into third position, and Matt DiBenedetto is now being passed by the lap car of Jan Magnussen. It looks like Ryan Preece will now take second position and fall in line behind Joey Logano, who is still stuck behind the lap car of Eric Almirola with almost 2 laps to go. Martin Truex Jr. on the inside of Logano trying to unlap himself from the 22 as we now take the white flag at Nashville. And off of turn 4, Joey Logano will win his first Cup race since the Southern 500 last year. The first guy to win at Nashville since Jeff Bodine back in 1984. The separation was only down to 1.7 seconds at the end between the 37 and 22 cars. Joey Logano wins above Ryan Preece with a career best finish. Matt DiBenedetto gets third, Kevin Harvick in fourth, Chris Buescher fifth, Ross Chastain in sixth, Brad Keselowski in seventh, Chase Briscoe in eighth, Jimmy Johnson with a good finish in ninth, and Drew Herring round out the top 10. Also, Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished in 14th position. In the regular season standings, Kevin Harvick still leads the points by 14 points above now Joey Logano, who moves up to second. Denny Hamlin moves up to third, Chase Briscoe moves up to fourth, Jimmy Johnson stays fifth in points. Daniel Suarez, after failing to qualify here at Nashville, drops to sixth in points. Ross Chastain stays in seventh. Chris Buescher moves up to eighth. Ryan Blaney stays in ninth, and Martin Truex Jr. falls down to 10th. In the playoff standings, obviously, Joey Logano has now locked himself into the playoffs. Chase Briscoe is the highest driver without a win so far this year, above Jimmy Johnson by only 1 point. And as we look at the cutoff line, Clinton Boyer is only 7 points above, Larson is only 6. William Byron is tied with Ty Dillon for the cutoff, with Byron winning the tiebreaker. Ryan Newman, 1 point out and 18th in points. Eric Almirola is 9 points out, and Alex Bowman is 21 points out. The next race is the Martinsville Mountain Dew 500. Catch it right here on the Speed Station.